Edi efiri NPP amanyɔkuo no emu na Ang.ry na NPP wɔnom ɛkyerɛkyerɛfo metro no nyamfo Justin Frimpong Kodua ebegyina simpie so na wɔde nsɛm ahodoɔ bi egu akwan mu na opanyin kasaeɛ no na wɔkyerɛ mu a NDC amanyɔkuo yi a wɔn aba so yi wɔn yɛ wɔn afɛmudie biara so wɔn bɛbu wɔn yi nanso temakyɛw kakra ɛwɔ mu edwumadie a wɔnom edi no ɛho ɛno na opanyin akyerɛ mu sɛ no wɔn ayɛ Chief Justice de efiri so sisi a petitions ahodoɔ nso akɔ ogu manpanyin anim ɔno nso afɔwɛde de ama new Chief Justice a yɛyi no sɛ mprempren EC cha wɔ so ne ne deputy si enyi ɔmo nyinaa fɛfiri so na afei nso OSP so ɛwɔ no nso so yɛmbɔ n'akyi dɔm anaasɛ yɛmmɔ no kusa ne yɛyi ne mfiri n'akonnwa ɛso ɛno no panyin yɛkyɛ mu sɛ ɛyɛ ade a NPP wɔn mo anim deɛ ɔmo yɛ paa na ɛyi ɛyɛ maame Gov't Sabato kunu ɔmo yi ne firi so yi wɔn mo n'anim deɛ nti ɔmo yi no efiri so ɔmo de foforɔ aba wɔn mo nhyehyɛ nyinaa ne sɛ NDC members ahodoɔ bi a sika ahodoɔ bi afa ɔmo nsa ase no ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ gyiri gogo na wɔn mo ɛkata saa nsɛm no nyinaa so ɛno nti ɛna nsesaeɛ ahodoɔ a wɔn mo ɛyɛ nyinaa no wɔn mo ɛyɛ yɛnkwae na yɛnkotie ɛbra na owura Justin Kodua ankasa de nsɛm ahodoɔ no etu dwa no ɛmra.
We have seen the disturbing pattern of filing nolly prosecute to free their members who were standing trial for allegedly embezzling huge sums of money from the state. We have seen attempts to capture state institutions, including the judiciary, and efforts to usurp parliamentary seats we have won or they have legitimately lost. Unfortunately, the judiciary, which is supposed to be the last vanguard of rule of law, has suddenly been captured by the executive, particularly after the unlawful removal of the Chief Justice, a Ladyship Justice Araba Tokono. Today in Ghana, judges fear to dispense justice according to the law because they fear they may also suffer the same fate as Justice Tokono. Shockingly, some judges now invoke the words of dictators such as Idi Amin. With the famous pronouncement, "You may have freedom of speech, but freedom after speech cannot be guaranteed." And this is what comes from a judge. Others assume jurisdiction when none exists, issuing politically questionable.
Na ebra ye onunyafo Justin Kodua de nsɛm ahodoɔ yɛ tuja ewie no amana so hɔ a wɔsanso etu ane nsɛm esuo sɛ yɛhwɛ a sisi a yɛ kwandai wɔnom abatoɔ no he no so ho nsɛnsɛm kora no yɛnyɛ nkan wie yɛ sisi a rerun na abemu ɛno so opanyin agye bre ɛka nsɛm ahodoɔ bi de fa ho yɛnkotie bi emra.
Mr. Chairman, on December 7, 2024, from all the 152 polling stations in Padai, results have been duly counted, announced and declared by the Electoral Commission. It is interesting to note that in line with the results from the 152 polling stations, the NDC parliamentary candidate, realizing that it has lost the elections, decided to cause mayhem in Pandai, just as they did in Techiman South, Dominic Kwabenya, Afano North, Ablekuma North, Kalkwe Central, and Obuasi East. Due to the security threat at Pandai, the Electoral Commission decided to move the coalition from Pandai to Tamale. Mr. Chairman, it is also important to note that after the coalition in Tamale, our candidate, Honorable Martinindam, won with 27,947 votes compared to NDC 24,213 votes. Mr. Chairman, it is important to state that contrary to the false impression created, which the court says that the parliamentary candidate of the NDC had no rep at the coalition center or was not present, Mr. Chairman, the regional secretary of the NDC was at the collation center. The NDC parliamentary candidate did not show up at the collation center because he knew he had lost. Mr. Chairman, in law, it is said that you cannot go to court and get what you have not asked for. In this particular case, the NDC candidate, somewhere 25th January 2025, decided to file petition at the High Court, challenging 41 polling stations out of 152 polling stations. The chairman, on 24th November 2025, the High Court judge gave a ruling, and it was expected that the ruling was going to center on the 41 polling stations that were before the court. But surprisingly, the High Court judge went beyond the 41 polling station and annulled the results of 152 polling stations. Mr. Chairman, this is very abysmal, disheartening to our democracy.
NPP church for Nunyamfo Justin Frimpong Kodua and Odin Samahudwe Eddie Egu Apa as well. Yet on Samon as so na Ediani Chemoy Ewo Aswaya, one more a share and sassy, any obade for my boy as well. And no more and opinion no, Eda Asway, ano a Nunyamfo Emmanuel. Kofi Amaboa Eden Sema Hudu bi aba betuja wono mo hyehyeye amprempre wo mo edeba abegu akwemu eba no royalties ahodo a fom egudie anase niema hudu bi etunu fom no ukocha price no enu nsemo yenko na yenkotie ebra na opani edi nsem tuja no emra.
I think it will be at 5%. And then there was another amendment that says that it will be by an act as applicable by law. What was missing was that the instrument that should guide that applicable by law was never in place. And so, technically speaking, what you could refer to was the original one which says that 5%. I'm very happy to inform you that we've worked closely with the Attorney General. We'll be coming to, once we finish with Cabinet, we'll be coming to Parliament with a new instrument that will permanently lay a complete, comprehensive guideline on royalties, not only in the lithium sector, but in all minerals. And it's very important we do so. Having learned lessons as we go forward. Learn lessons. It was very clear, for example, not too long ago, the announce of gold was what? 1,900, 2,500, went over 3,000 and close to 4,000. There's no other mechanism for you to do any adjustments, for example. And so I thought this is the opportunity for us to basically review of that. And I'm happy to inform you that I've taken the steps to do exactly that. And as I go back to the lithium agreement, the recent downturn in global lithium prices has put several lithium projects around the world on hold and on other stream. And so this project that we are talking about is no exception. The project was stalled as the advocates came to inform us. And obviously, you know that jobs will be lost. Jobs that had been planned to be created will all not come up. The local economy will clearly be affected. And so this new market reality necessitates a review of the physical terms to protect the national interest. I must let you know that before we even got here, the whole House of Chief of the Central Region visited His Excellency the President, the members of Parliament, key stakeholders, came to make a strong case on why this project cannot stall and that why this project is critical for the Central Region and frankly the people of Ghana. The President invited all of us, and as usual, his question was, how do we go forward? What is the solution? How do we find a path forward that makes sure that the project goes forward and at the same time that Ghana wins. And so it is in that spirit that we are having this discussion. As I have stated, the recent market development have underscored the limitations of a static royalty system. Clearly, it is very therefore incumbent upon us to consider a more responsive mechanism.
Honorable Anaso Emmanuel Kofi Amapoa Upenyi ono ena swafo awda so mo ehwe sase ene obade from apobre eso ena odensema hudui edi etudwa yenjina nsema hudui eso na enda ye hutew embra